This is a White Westinghouse 1976 dryer pulley for a flat belt, and the diameter, the crown's about the same on the brand new pulley and on the used one. This is 42 years old. Here's the part number 53006-00186. White Westinghouse. Sometimes they use these on Franklin, Gibson, Sears. The crown actually is this part is larger in diameter than the edges, so the flat belt tends to self-center. This is the used one. The new one on here, the diameter with the caliper here, is 680 thousandths, and then the edges here, it's 670, so there's a difference of 10 thousandths. So it's barrel shaped. When I say barrel, this is wider than the edges, and it's 10 thousandths of an inch larger, which is about I guess 1/4 of a millimeter larger in diameter here. And then the used one, it's 680, but then the edges is 672, so the difference is about 8 thousandths. And actually, I have no idea if that is actually the tolerances are made. I'm sure they don't make these things within a few thousandths of an inch. It could be that another brand new one will be like that. So for all practical purposes, these things basically probably almost never wear out. So here it has gone 42 years. It's still got a decent amount of barrel shape on it. And it's a little bit more flatter in the center here. This one's got more of a curvature across here. Of course, the wear on this is all mostly in the center. And on this one, the bearing was riding up on the motor, so it was tending to hog the one outside edge on this. I had to heat this one up with a torch to get it off. The set screw was locked on because that went underwater with Katrina. And I just happened to have this new one, which I may or may not put on. Who knows? And there's the part number 53006-00186. Some of these old parts on machines, they'll use the back part of the part number here and put a Q in front of it because they're part numbers from the, say, the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And then I think when Electrolux or whatever bought them out, they went ahead and added a 4-digit number to the front here. I had a real devil to get this set screw off. That's to swap the motor out. I had to go ahead and put coil on this, and I had to go through and heat this with a torch because this went underwater and Katrina and salt got in there and it just corroded up. So I actually twisted the Allen wrench trying to get it off. So I went through and heated this up locally with the torch, and then I squirted WD-40, a nut blaster, and coil down in the hole over and over again, which tends to shrink this plus to get the penetrant in there around where the threads are. So by heating this up and then spraying stuff in the hole around here, this tends to shrink this and shock it. And I finally got it off there, and that was kind of a major deal to get that off there. So these probably almost never get replaced. Unless you can't get it off the motor, maybe. That's got a 1/2 inch bore there.